Yes, I know. I love pick up everything, but when I have to pick up. Good night, everybody. Good night, Donette. Then I pick up Prince Harry and Meghan moving back to UK. Well, they must know why they might go back to UK. New York have flooding. New York have flooding. I Claudette. Oh, flooding where you is, Claudette? Yeah, me just see this evening on BBC News. New York flood out. Hundreds of buildings start collapsing across Colombia. Christians show up before their own government did. Andrew friend them. Oh, it don't affect you. Okay, all right. Glad you're all right. It would not affect you if anything. You're going upstairs, so you have refuge. You're gonna look like it that flood still. Seems a little bit higher than. All right, me put up my gold in, you know. All right, so let me play. Let me start out with this because I have to start with this tonight. I have to start with this and I listen to what Mark Golden have to say.
Try I tabled a private members bill.
I want
I
to listen to
attempted to table a private members bill in the House of Representatives
listen to this.
called the Crown Land Reform Act 2026. And it was, first of all, to achieve that commitment to reduce that 60 years to 25 years. But it also sought to create a new mechanism for disaster hit areas coming out of the experience of Hurricane Melissa, where so many people have been displaced because of the hurricane, but don't have strong tenure of the land that they were living on before. And this bill
I don't have a clue why I'm quiet, boy. I'm up on different levels.
Disaster areas to be designated for special treatment to expedite titling and allowing people to get title to land in those communities. So the bill was doing two things. And then blocked me. Them blocked me from tabling the bill.
You hear? When you hear a market
yourself? There's a provision in the bill that says that the paperwork to achieve a title in one of those disaster areas, if so designated, would not attract taxes, stamp duty, and so on. That's an existing provision in the law in relation to other areas which can be designated already for that purpose. Them say it's a fiscal measure and a bill tabled by the opposition can't have that provision. So Mr. Cole, and they amend it and they send it back to them and they reject it again and say to set up an area where people can get land title more easily under the statute is going to involve fiscal expense and the opposition can't table such a bill. Nonsense! But that is what I'm facing and we are facing in the parliament. That legal advice never came from the Attorney General's chambers. That came from within Parliament. And it's the Speaker herself who wrote me and told me I can't proceed with the bill in that form. But we are dealing with it because the bill has to be tabled. And we won't stop until we find a way of tabling that bill.
I know you're a Mark Golding, sir. I don't hear what Marky G says. I don't hear what him say. I don't want me play again for I hear it. I don't want to hear it again. Let me play it again.
Stop until we find a way of tabling that bill and honoring that. In July, I tabled a private members bill, or I attempted to table a private members bill in the House of Representatives called the Crown Land Reform Act 2026. And it was, first of all, to achieve that commitment to reduce that 60 years to 25 years. But it also sought to create
Andrew, they reject it. Andrew, they reject it. Eh? Reject it.
Where so many people have been
telling us that I'm not good
because of the hurricane, but don't have strong tenure of the land that they were living on before. And this bill would enable disaster areas to be designated for special treatment to expedite titling and allowing people to get title to land in those communities. So the bill was doing two things. And then blocked me.
Black, you know, yeah?
Blocked me from tabling the bill.
Block him from tabling the bill.
First of all, there's a provision in the bill that says that the paperwork to achieve a title in one of those disaster areas, if so designated, would not attract taxes, stamp duty, and so on. That's an existing provision in the law in relation to other areas which can be designated already for that purpose. Them say there's a fiscal measure and a bill tabled by the opposition can't have that provision. So Mr. Cole, and they amend it and they send it back to them and they reject it again.
Send it back again. Send it back again.
Set up an area where people can get land title more easily under the statute. It's going to involve fiscal expense, and the opposition can't table such a bill. Nonsense. But that is what I'm facing and we are facing in the parliament. That legal advice never came from the Attorney General's chambers. That came from within parliament. And it's the speaker
So if you live alright, them a listen
who
this.
wrote me and told me I can't proceed with the bill in that form. But I will deal with it because the bill has to be tabled. And we won't stop until we find a way of tabling that bill and honoring that.
Then now go table it.
In July, I tabled a private member's bill, or I attempted to table a private member's bill in the House of Representatives called the Crown Land Reform.
So you hear the bill with Mark Crown Land Reform, and he sent it 2 times, and the Speaker of the House send it back and reject it. And Mark is saying it never reached to the what name again? What man name? Something other general. Good night, Roxy. And them refuse the bill in order when Mark a try to achieve in the parliament. 2 times. People need to hear this. So no sister, then I mean and no good one, and they run and take them black tank and then chicken and them money. Let's see what is happening. Sweet peas. Me say sweet peas. Every time when me don't say to them I go driving and I think, you know. And they come to me and I say, look how people then stupid. No amount of money this man did a pay on no if vote them back in. When they vote them, what them did I do for to vote them back in? If any people them a protest how we road bad in a Christopher Tufton era, you not even come make a statement. But on the walk all about when they walk ask people about masturbate and what kind of thing them a use. And you know, say your constituency want help. But them not pay the people them no mind because them buy them vote. That's where the problem is, you know. So me come here tonight and hold on. I say me find one picture of Gillette Oldness. Me need to put up Gillette Oldness. Me need to put up Gillette Oldness because everybody says a woman in our parliament is a terrorist. Me have no picture of she yes though. Oh, I suppose I can find one in this. Let me look fair. Me need to talk about you tonight like the people that here. You need to come to the front of the class and come answer why you reject something with help the Jamaican people. Why you reject it. Why you, Gillette Oldness, reject Mark proposal in the parliament for make people can get title for them land. 2 times the man say him send and you, Gillette Oldness, that's what him say. You reject it, woman. Good night, Fergie. Another news I see today. One school down in Westmoreland. It's a whole school. It's all still. And I'm not saying, well, it seems like them are repair, but whatever them do, they must make plan. And I see the principal put out and says, Jessie, good night. She didn't know one thing about the closing of the school. I can find the article and read it for now. Oh, you can't tell me if something can go so.
Reform Act 2026.
So Mark put a Reform Act 2026. They reject it. The JLP reject it. I expect no better than that from them. Uh, let me just say me I go look for again. Oh, the school. Me look back for the school. Me want to read it for now. Today I was listening to the angel and I feel so sorry for her. She, Rowan, me no need your advice. Me no need your advice, Rowan. Me no need your advice, brother. It's not your business. You're too fast. It's not your business. I don't need your advice. I never invite you over here. And all of you over here, nobody over here never invite you. So you don't have no right to come here on my platform and tell me what I should do and what I should not do. Mr. Phyllis, look how man is gonna look after the people them and the people they don't want. The people they reject help. The people they reject help. You're bright and out of that country about go read Bible. What you not gonna do it? What you tell me go do it for? What you not gonna do it? You don't have a duty to go win soul too. And if I win them for you, me do my work already, you know. And my relaxed time now, my retirement, I enjoy my life for the rest of my life. But don't pass the place again. Don't come on my platform and tell me what I should do and what I should not do. The only person could have that authority, it would be if I was a married woman and my husband said to me, babes, I don't want you to do that. Then fine, I wouldn't do it because I have to be obedient to my husband. But who dare you? Who dare you come here to come tell me what me should do and what me shouldn't do? Go find something to do and go tell for your wife what to do. Good night, Mary Jared. Marcia Morris. No. Betty, good night. I don't want to come here and tell people what they should do. You're too out of order. Me's not your wife. I'm not your wife and will never be. So don't come here and tell, look for your wife and tell your wife what they should do. Now give me no advice, I give your wife. Go give it to your wife and you pick them. Go give your wife and you pick them advice. Me no need your advice. I don't need your advice. At the end of the day, every man will give an account for them soul. So make me give account for my soul and you give account for your soul. I know I come here to make people tell me about, give me advice. Give who advice? Go find something to do. Anyway, so back to what we were saying. Good night, Nadi. Every time when we come here when we people them have to come here with an tormented self. You know so an torment. But you're giving me advice. Give you advice. I'm gonna live under your roof. I'm gonna capture none of your land. I Tamika could Tamika come up in that bus, come and want to hear what going, because I never see nothing upon the news. As me walk out today now, as I come back, I go up on the news and look, and I never see nothing about the news. So, jump up in the box, Tamika. When me come over here at night time, me just come for me and my friend them reason. Me not invite nobody here, but you can give me advice enough I'm bright. I don't know who I say it now. And for somebody who know me, I may put you in your place, I'm sorry because I don't know where you come over here and tell. You say, Uno? Let me just address you a little. especially some of the church people. When I say when me did on a struggle, I need somebody to come and help me. Nobody now can help me. Nobody now can help me. Nobody now see me, so me need help. Nobody never. But from the moment when I see me on social media, everybody run come a type. When I see me on social media and leave me alone, me in my rightful place, me am my own woman and me have a right to do what I want to do. Please, me no want to see none of you come and come and give me no advice. Me no want to hear no advice from none of you. None of the church people not come here and tell about to not give me no advice. Please, for Jesus' sake. Because when me did want help, where were you? When me did want advice, one in there. Now that me retire from that and me doing me, I live my life how me want it. Me don't want nobody come here come tell me about how I'm giving you advice. Who you advising? Who not advise? Good night, yeah, Tamika.
Good night, Aunt Jen. I can't disturb your peace in a Friday here. Look here, leave Aunt Jen alone now.
Oh my God, Tamika. So what going, Tamika?
Boy, Aunt Jen, me busy out on the road today. Today hot is a shame. Reach home, me just have a cool down and just drop in a bed. Hot like a fire.
We just
Hot,
imagine.
hot. Me not get to hear anything or see anything.
Well, that means I'm not going then.
Yeah, maybe it was well, maybe they do put up the inside they really want them off, but if it be so effective, you drop the notice today and within a couple of hours you want them to come off. I think that was like a threat or want them to get scared to see if they really have somewhere to go. That's how I view it.
Oh, yeah, that could be a tactic for real. That could be a tactic for real, but you still can't too comfortable now. You have to still depend on your pay and your queue if you're still there.
Well, if those people is gonna fool themselves think that they are going to be comfortable there, they not come from planet Earth. Because based on what happened to them, there's no more comfort there.
I mean, not even say anybody
So,
put out no video with them today. Cause I come home and
right.
I was scrolling down to see if any any videos out. When I say anybody seen a video, the signal was illegal anyway. Proper notice is a part of service. That's true. That's true. That's true. Naughty. So while I want to say at least they can breathe a little relief, but how much longer? Cause we don't know. But when I say with everybody we talk, I was listening to a clip this evening with forget him name on YouTube, and him point out some serious thing. I say sometimes we listen to things. Somebody may get in a trouble. At the end of the day, somebody may get in a trouble. We can't treat people this type of way. No. We can't treat people the way when we say are going in a Jamaica and see Mark a try to advocate from the opposition bench for the people. And the government block it.
Yeah, I was listening to it.
The government him
So
say
that means that's the sense of you have an opposition if you can write or address a situation.
no, they don't
To
want that.
them.
Them don't really want they want to take off everybody because they want to sell their friend and company. Yeah, mystic sensation, yeah. They want to sell their friend and company and they care less about the people. Me say, you know what hurt me, man? Oh, Jamaica people. Oh, we so fool, man. Someone is so fool. Look how me come here and want. Look how me come here and want. Hmm?
And that is the reason why they have to have the country under this um desperation, depressing state. So when it draw closer to the election, it's like country come to town. In time country people come to town,
Yeah.
they're so frightened if you see everything and them laugh and everything. That's how the JLP leaders have these people in the country treating because they know say if you have to be independent to a certain area, you are not going to really look on them for really say if you vote for them. So number one, then try make you be uneducated. All the information that was supposed to given out, then use twisted tongue for talk it. It's only a one and two people really listen to the key words them what they use.
True.
And know say that's not what they mean. The next thing what they do, they make the healthcare sector be so miserable where it bring frustration. Cause you know pain have to bring frustration. That's a number two. Number three, the people unaliving by the same police force what is supposed to be so trusted in the country. So it's everything stored up from a pin to an anchor where you can think of. So what they do now, when they know say soon reach, when they know say soon reach, then time for election, then just go out with some goodies.
Yeah.
And those goodies, they know say the people them really crave for it and need it because you couldn't afford it.
Yeah.
So the people them gravitate to the treats and the whatever they are getting, and then there goes.
Yeah. Bless girl.
They make a wrong vote.
Why?
That is what happening.
But why? Let me play this again for who just come in because some of my people are not here. And people want to listen to this again. Please. Want to listen and tell me what kind of Jamaica we live in now. And what kind of people then. Let me play about this. So, Juliet Oles, come answer this to the Jamaican people. Why you reject Mark Golding proposal to help people?
In July,
listen.
I tabled a private members bill, or I attempted to table a private members bill in the House of Representatives called the Crown Land Reform Act.
Crown Land Reform Act.
And it was, first of all, to achieve that commitment to reduce that 60 years to 25 years. But it also sought to create a new mechanism for disaster-hit areas coming out of the experience of Hurricane Melissa, where so many people have been displaced because of the hurricane, but don't have strong tenure of the land that they were living on before. And this bill would enable disaster areas to be designated for special treatment to expedite title.
Thank you, Tommy.
And allowing people to get title to land in those communities. So the bill was doing two things. And then blocked me. From tabling the bill. First of all, there's a provision in the bill that says that the paperwork to achieve a title in one of those disaster areas, if so designated, would not attract taxes, stamp duty, and so on. That's an existing provision in the law in relation to other areas which can be designated already for that purpose. Then say there's a fiscal measure and a bill tabled by the opposition can't have that provision. So Mr. Cole, and they amend it and we send it back to them and then reject it again and say to set up an area where people can get land title more easily under the statute is going to involve fiscal expense and the opposition can't table such a bill. Nonsense, but that is what I'm facing and we are facing in the parliament. That legal advice never came from the Attorney General.
Yeah, the Attorney General may want that one.
That came from within Parliament. And it's the Speaker herself who wrote me and told me I can't proceed with the bill in that form. But we are appeal with it because the bill has to be tabled. And we won't stop until we find a way of tabling that bill and honoring that.
On a ear? On a hear people Jamaica, on a hear it. The opposition are trying to see if things can sort out and on a behalf. On a reject him. I said now, Juliet only I reject this proposal and I said the opposition can't do that. So since the opposition can't do it then, Juliet. You and Andrew, do it. Do it for the Jamaican people. If you love the people, do it. Do away with Marco and make fun of own one in that capacity and help the people.
But Aunt Jen, can't you see that they make for them own one?
1 minute, Tamika.
And this is the result that is coming from it.
Yeah, 1 minute. They are the one. Good night.
Good night, Auntie.
Good night, Winnie. What going?
One thing after another. I lose another auntie again. But
How much did they have now? 3?
3.
Yeah.
So anyway, but I've been out. Anyway, girl, going back to this thing they call Andrew Onis and Chang.
Yeah.
And Juliet.
Yeah.
If I am wrong, I'm sorry, but God knows there is 3 of them involved or 4, and they do that to people. A baby of 3 days old. The man take the baby, the woman pick me and throw it in one bad pan. Huh? The girl in the house trying to get out, the bulldozer couldn't wait, and the car don't kill officer galvanized cut her. Supposed to cut off the girl head.
Yeah, I see that one too.
My God, tears. When you listen to somebody that give you good advice and what they're going to do for you, and Lucifer come in, man, sweet and nice, and give you money and tell you this and tell you that, and you take Lucifer money. Lucifer God, when he get where he want him laughing after you, he don't mean you no good. And look at Mr. Mark Golding. He don't have to try for us, because the man don't have to be in parliament. He don't, and the man is there fighting for us, and we reject it. But we did win the election,
Yeah.
It was a lot of thieving going on.
A lot of thieving going.
A lot of thieving. A lot of boxes thrown away or burned up.
Yeah.
Mark did win the government, but now they're paying the price. No, they see the price what they're paying.
Yeah.
And imagine if Mr. Golden did take Jamaica, I know he would have a fight to win, to get us back together. The man have a clean heart and a pure. His heart is clean, his heart is pure. And the devil come in and they manipulate to get this government. And you never win the seat. Half of the cabinet in there, MPs never win their seat.
Yeah. Then I win their seat.
God is good.
Yeah.
God is showing them, you reject my child once, I'm going to show you what you reject. It's the same thing they do to our godson, Jesus. The same thing they did. Even Barack was, what do you call it, Baracus?
Yeah.
Was surprised that they choose him.
Yeah, they chose Barabbas.
Barabbas, we can't call names properly, and he was surprised.
Yes.
Because I watched any movie with Christ, I watch it till sometimes I go back the next year. There was him Pontius, is it Pontius Pilate?
Yeah.
Wash his hand?
Pontius Pilate.
Yeah, wash his hand, it's not him.
Mm.
He let you, the people, have a choice.
Yeah.
And now they choose Baracus, and they're getting Baracus treatment. Imagine Mr. Golden going again to fight to get the land, that the people can get to buy the land.
And Juliet reject it.
And Bigfoot reject it.
Mm-hmm.
Lord Jesus, God help you. Listen, we better do something quick, because one day even you that own the land, Andrew can come and take it.
That enough of them now understand, sir.
Yes.
Oh. And relocate you and put your place where you know want.
Auntie Jen, if he see you got a piece of land and somebody in the cabinet want it, he going to come for it. Don't forget, Rosie say what that one did. Set the place them on fire and get them out and sell the land. They're gonna take it.
Yeah.
We have land in Newland, and one of my cousins said I'm waiting to see if I come for it because it's near the sea.
Oh,
Yes,
yeah.
yes.
Mm. Mm-hmm.
You know, when they built up the Newland near the race course and thing.
Yeah.
Yes. I'm only living about less than where's the children used to run to the sea. So you know we're just waiting to see
Yeah.
what they're gonna do.
Everybody need for wait and see.
We beside our house, just over the other side, you can just run across the road. They do some condominium houses.
Mm-hmm.
Gated committee. What you call it, committee? Oh, so now we're gonna see what's gonna happen. We're watching and see. We know they're gonna do it.
Yeah, we have to
We
watch.
know they're gonna do it.
Mm-hmm.
But Andrew and his tell along we win that year, ain't it? Is it Talalong?
If
What's
it
his name? The MP? Talalong?
Terry Long, yeah.
Yeah, Talalong, what you call him, yes. God is good. Listen, I can never go back to Jamaica to live. And my cousin, they want me to come for the funeral. And I tell them no. They said, cause you know, we tell us you're coming and you get your ticket. I said, I don't want it, even if you're going to put me in a first class, 10 class, I'm not coming to Jamaica.
Whoa.
I'm not coming. You know, I'm one of the only cousins not going back to Jamaica.
You mean it, so you're not go back?
Nope. I've got 24 cousins going back. I am not going back. I will never go back. Not while that Satan is in power.
Yeah,
I
right.
hear you. Have a good night, ma'am.
Thank you,
God
Winnie.
bless
Yeah,
you.
man. God bless you too, yeah. Natalie, good night, Natalie. Mm. Winnie says she not come back to Jamaica. Well, I would have said that today too. Somebody was saying it today, you know. They should I just go ahead and just get rid of everybody, make we see the calamity upon the country. Mm. Make we see the calamity. Anyway, Horace Chang put out one statement says the American soldiers will come here is for narcotic and it's not for Cuba. It's not no attack on Cuba. But then today we see them put out another sanction on Cuba. I don't know if I want to believe Horace Chang. Anybody want to believe Horace Chang? With the what you call it now? The something the other day and he come out and he give one statement. But him give one statement, then the other woman come and give one statement, then somebody else, then Dora give one statement, and the whole thing was so contrary. So how can we really and truly believe anything what him say? What you think about that, Tamika? Tamika?
I'm listening.
No, me ask if you believe what Horace Chang said.
The non I mean, now go think for answer.
You not think for answer. Well,
Tomorrow morning,
me not believe nothing with Horace
the
Chang.
earth I go. No, me not believe nothing. Angel, these people they cannot be trusted. They sugarcoat their word, and when the coating wash off of their word, then go back and say another that they will say another that they will mean.
Mm-hmm.
So all you have to trust people like them, or you have to believe whatever they say. Then sugarcoat their words, Aunt Jen.
Mm-hmm.
So me can't believe nothing at all what they say.
No.
And remember, liar follow thief and thief follow liar.
True.
And from your lie, you will thief. And from your thief, you have to tell lie to cover up your tracks.
Exactly.
So how me fi believe what them they say?
So we can't believe
Can't
it.
believe them, man.
I think there is more to this thing though. Why? You remember the other night we were talking about if Jamaica have army? And
Yes.
when we are talk about that, we never know all of this are come up, And look how we just fit in now. Because them are merged for the army.
Mm.
I said some of the people are gonna go America and some of the American are gonna come to Jamaica. Maybe I can pick up back the article and read it for them.
But Anjen, at the same time, that is a catch.
Yeah,
That is a catch. That's a distraction with whatever they are planning to do.
yes. Um Jamaica. I was trying to something in Jamaica cleaner. Let me say for the cleaner. What him say? I don't think I cleaner. I think I never see it again. But him say them always a sign deal behind before they send nothing to Jamaica people. Now. We in our country we not even know what happened. We don't know a clue. We don't know a clue. Let me look again. Sometimes if I know like we come out here and we share the story them, a lot of people would not even know what happening in Jamaica. Yeah, see article here says US Jamaica military deal cannot be used to attack Cuba. Security Minister Horace Chang said Jamaica newly signed status of force agreement with the United States does not allow the country to be used as a base for a joint military attack on neighboring Cuba. The agreement set out the conditions under which U.S. military personnel may operate in Jamaica for mutual agreed activity, including training exercises and joint operations. It also provides for Jamaican military personnel to perform similar duties in the U.S. Chang stressed that Jamaica is not a part of a military alliance aimed at attacking or interfering with other people, another country. Oh, very good thought you have. Hi, Josephine. Very good thought you have, Roxy. Is the attack of the people that maybe are come here, the TCN deal. Oh, so you maybe you're depend on a little thing. You think. Then realize that Jamaica gonna retaliate and them are bringing so if we should think of it that way, Roxy, so them plan for abuse we and we can't stand up for the right in our own country. What is this if so be it? But make we go and watch and see now. Let me tell you something. When they say them are gonna try for curtail, them people are too smart. Then we find another way to get what them are done. If you come at Jamaica. So why Jamaica? What let me ask you now, because me want to know. Me don't know all of a sudden Jamaica become the prize. Why all of a sudden America have this interest in Jamaica? And all the interest is only for deal for them, because what is it that we are getting in return?
And then they revoke so much visas. Make that make sense. They are revoking so many visas, Aunt Jen. It's hard for you get visa for go foreign right now. So what is it? For true? That's a good question.
Yeah, what kind of reward Jamaica get? Then one with it send on me Cuban. Look how much sitting there one we want for do. Send on me Cuban. Right? Take
Then
tea.
while we take over the war fully from the Chinese
Yeah,
then.
and then one with it and then one with taking foreign people where we don't know about. And
I
then
know then gone in a with the Jamaica Defense Force now.
right, and now with defense force. Look at it. And when I talk about the defense force and look at now, them have to intertwine and them are got train down here and then for we I mean I understand. Now we should have control we off. I don't know what go on. Come on. Good night. And then and why so Jamaica, well and we just have to sign everything, sir. I want make we have to sign everything, sir. We can't negotiate nothing. The other day Bruce Golding came out and talk about this thing, Cause he would have knowledge to some things. And the same people there. But I notice Jamaica and can tell me. Me notice thank you, Josephine. Mikey is asking who controls the what? The WAF controlled by the Chinese right now. I think the Jamaica have less percentage or whatever you it, so I never know. So the America will control the WAF. That's one of the things where them a try to come do. Yeah, them not listen, man, so them not listen. Me don't know what they have on the government here. And why Jamaica? Why Jamaica? Why
And
is
and and Auntie Jen, where you feel to understand, if you notice when Portia was in, America no pressure Jamaica in such a manner. Anytime PNP is in, they no pressure the country
no?
or our leaders. Anytime JLP come in, they pressure them. And this is from way back when, not
Yeah.
just now. So there is something that's going on. And then she said, to me, they have some secret for Andrew. And it's like, if Andrew now go up with whatever they want to do, it's like, is either then they go assassinate him or do him like the president, what the country name, or then go for him?
Venezuela.
Venezuela, yes.
Hmm. Yeah. But you can let them affair just bow to everything US asks them. Nothing, nobody now put up no resistance. It's just that we just lay down and say, just walk right over me.
They have in secret, Angel.
They have in
That,
secret because
yeah, that's how you treat people when you have them in secret, you know.
you
Hey,
know
hey, boy.
you call that blackmail,
Hey, girl, if you not do what me tell us, if you do, me I go talk, you know. You want people know what go on? That's what going on.
Somebody is saying Alpha Henry says China can strict anywhere. Or strict or strike you want, right? Anywhere America from Jamaica. Also easy deployment of Chinese troops. More than over 70,000 Chinese living in Jamaica. I mean, not even know say so much of them. I know enough of them. Um, Rayton is saying that is because the JLP is involved in corruption and criminality. And I like say you ask me for one thing. You just ask me for all kind of something. Do this, do this, do this, do this. Mikey is saying you people are naive. In what way? How we over here talk about make we naive? Tell me how we naive with, because I never know. Come in that box and can tell me how we naive with. Me I give you the opportunity to come talk. Come up in that box.
And even Steve said a bag of rubbish to talk. Maybe them know something we don't know.
Come in that box, Mikey or Mickey or whatever your name, Mickey or what. When you type so could give you an opportunity to come and explain yourself in a respectful way, that's okay. I'm giving you an opportunity to come and explain yourself. See they know you know want to come in that box. So further saying US doesn't care about China because US deal with the Chinese every day. All day in the US. The US is trying to be the main dominant force in the region. Yeah. Alright, let me say if him come up because I want to hear what I say. All right. Good night, Mickey.
Good night.
All right. So I see you type in the comment that we are naive. What is it we are naive?
Yes.
All right. What is it we are naive?
This
Well, I know. What is it we are
this
naive?
yeah, when you talk about this president, this about Jamaica bowing to US, this president is a different case. The Europe, France, Germany, Italy, and all those countries were allies to America, and he's cutting them off. Look what he's done to even Canada. The Spain said Ardekay was their base, and the man said, "Listen, Spain can't say anything. If him decide to use it, who's going to stop him?" You don't understand. Bruce Golding explained to you the ways that man can punish Jamaica. That man can say, all right, to send remittance, Jamaica depends on remittance. The man can say, listen, you have to pay how much money to send remittance. The man can put, US is our biggest trading partner.
Yeah,
the man can slap us with tariffs.
All right.
Put 50, like I'm slapping Europe and so on. What is going to happen to Jamaica? Jamaica is going to crash.
You know.
Listen, everybody have to just wait and hope that it's time finish.
So hold on. Every day they come up with one. Now me hear say American troop are gonna be in Jamaica. Explain that for me.
Yeah, but they've always American British troops have always trained. They trained with Jamaican troops.
When? I mean I know about it.
One ask people who used to be in the army, and they'll tell you.
But you can't come and say we're naive because I'm saying they're asking too much of us.
But you see how this president operates.
So why only we? Why are we? Why they not go ask Cayman Island? Why they not go ask Why they not go ask British Virgin Island? Why they not go ask them the kind of island?
Them ask them. How much of them you see involved in it?
Not much.
This man bully everybody. And you have to be careful.
So let me ask you something. So because of that, anything so we have to do it.
No, it's not anything himself, but I mean you have to know where you stand. Him soon gone, you know. That is what people are waiting on for him to go. Yeah.
So you touch a point that's saying we sink. So you mean to say after 60 or much years we say we are independent. We can't even stand up on our own foot.
No, it's not a matter you can't stand up. But you have to weigh the consequences. What will happen after? Yeah.
So that now they send us to go work and plant field, plant food. As bad as it be. Mute your mic, Wolf, but coming to you. As bad as it be, then put embargo upon Cuba for much here. And the truth of the matter, they mean up to date like everybody, but nobody now down there dead for hungry, you know.
No man, listen, that's the thing about it, you know. You know, alright, there's a lady, you see Island Highway. That lady is a Cuban, came to Jamaica when she was 20. Married this guy, she owned Island Highway and they have a solar system. She's a Cuban and she's telling you, she said when she come to Jamaica and when she get breakfast, she thought it was a meal for the day because them didn't get so much meal in. Look here, she have some videos up there. You need to go and see unless she tell her about the conditions in Cuba.
Right, there are other people who go there. There are other people who have different testament though, because there are people who go to Cuba and come back and say Cuba is alright, they live there. So
no,
everybody.
Man, that's a Jamaican. We're talking about Cubans who live in Cuba. There are Cubans who live in Cuba, tell them stories.
But they survive,
that's
man.
Jamaica gonna. You see, listen.
Survival is the game. If we can't drive no big car living on a mansion, survival is the game and they survive. There come a time where you have to stand up to bullies. You have to stand up to bullies too. We can't allow bullies to just bully we, so. Come on now, man. Alright, hold on 1 minute, me take you in. Wolf, good night.
Alright, good night.
Yeah.
Yeah, so Mickey and Mike are where you want to say.
Mm-hmm.
Damn foolishness, yeah?
Yeah, take time with the language.
Right.
No, respect. No, hold on, Wolf.
Damn foolishness.
Yeah.
Listen,
Wolf, just
one of his speech.
Hold on, Wolf, man. Hold on. Me no want your company platform and address none of the people like that. We start to run a different program here. We want to be respectful to each and everyone.
No, that's not being disrespectful if I said damn foolishness.
Yeah.
Because it is. What he's saying,
But you don't want him to feel like...
is trained with the US force. Not no goes for 30 years we spend in the army. And a 2 time me ever train with them. 2 time. So don't come on the platform and talk foolishness, man.
So you so you never training them?
I said 30 years, 2 time. You deaf?
Mm. Alright.
Well, me don't know nothing about this. Me don't know nothing about...
Wolf, man. Wolf.
Foolishness about
Yeah, at least
Listen to me.
Mickey.
Let me bring this up.
Hello.
At least Mickey.
This Prime Minister, him is a puppet. Him is a lapdog. And him is weak.
The man
Him
talking
is
nonsense.
no form of leadership qualities in him.
The man talking nonsense. You're talking
You
nonsense.
understand me?
You're talking
Edward
absolute
Sierra was
nonsense.
approached. Hello, me on the floor. Mute your damn mic, man. Edward Sierra was approached in the 80s to allow or to sign an agreement for a naval base to be built on the Palisade Strip. That's on that side going to Port Royal. And him say no. But I go further. Michael Manley was asked. And him say no too.
But
The subject came back up again when the lease for Guantanamo Bay was fast approaching its expiry date, and Jamaica was asked again under the carpet, and it was turned down. Yes,
look.
So it stands to reason that the Americans, them have eye on Jamaica for a long time, even though they have 2 airfields here, because they are the ones that built the place them called Vernon Field.
Mm-hmm.
That bit of place where them do carriers and are used to the carriers in, it's actually an airfield.
Me know it Vernon
They
Field.
also have an airfield on the top, I think, on the top of Black Hill, where the fighters, where the bombers, they used to refuel the bombers there, but 90% of Jamaicans don't know that. Because it's all overgrown with bushes and all of that, and trees. Yes? So, the Americans have always been interested in having a foothold in Jamaica. Yeah? This move, however, there's an aiming view why them approach this pepper nose man and make that request. This thing with Cuba, because the president make no bones about it, you know, the president say him are going to Cuba.
Yeah, him said
That's
that.
what he said.
Yeah.
Now, that ship that came here the other day, well, it's actually 2 ships that came here. 2 ships.
Man, I talk nonsense, man. How far is Jamaica from Cuba? How far is Miami from Cuba?
Well, you don't
think American-
you might know when you were talking.
No, but you're
did I
talking
interrupt you?
nonsense, man. You're talking nonsense. Absolute nonsense.
Hold on. 2 ships that come here. One come at Watchers and one come down on the Kingston waterfront.
Look
Me ask.
here, what? Yeah, wait, hold on.
Let me ask you something.
Yes.
Is that yes
I
or
know
no?
why.
A
but
yes
listen.
or no?
Listen. Yes, and let me tell you why.
Hey, Auntie, me gone because this man here.
Let me tell you why.
I say you know the labor right them, you know.
Calm down, Wolfman. Calm down. Make him talk,
We're
man.
talking.
Make
He's
it-
talking
No, but him on the
nonsense.
floor and the man keep interrupting me. I mean, I like see somebody else joined it. I mean, I like we done and but him keep interrupting me. I don't talk and falsehood here, man. I'm a part of the system. So, those 2 ships that came here, especially the aircraft carrier, it never just came to Jamaica to come give shore leave to the sailors or take up fresh water supply. No. It never just came for that. The Americans, them never do anything without a reason. And this is evidential facts. I don't know if you know or if you heard about 2 months ago or a little over 2 months ago. It was rumored rumored or alleged that the people, the persons living in the Blue Mountain Range area, breastworks and all them places, started seeing a lot of white soldiers wearing American uniform, bearing the flag.
Mm.
You didn't hear it?
No, I never hear it.
Oh, well, our soldiers, I've seen them also.
Oh.
And there was nothing on paper where the government would say training or anything won't take place with the joint training with the Jamaica Defense Force or the Coast Guard or anything.
Mm-hmm.
You know what actually happened? Mm-hmm. I was told by someone overseas, those men were airdropped. Mm-hmm. In Trinidad, before the invasion of Venezuela, before they got kidnapped, the president of Venezuela, they met with the prime minister for Trinidad. And an agreement was sought and arrived at. And they set up a satellite ground earth station there. You know what was the purpose of that earth station? To assist with the invasion force that was going to enter Venezuela.
Yeah, that are true. That are true. That is true.
What my contact told me, that because you see as big as a tank, how much ton it weigh, they can airdrop it. One of them big C-17 aircraft there, them can carry up to how much vehicle and tank plus troop. And then we can airdrop it with parachute. So all of the equipment, I was told, was dropped. So this money we are talking, him having that clue. The Americans are one of the most, they have the most sophisticated technology as it relates to arm. Well, the Chinese gone on them, overtake them now. So them are trail the Chinese and it have beat them bad.
That's crazy, man.
Right,
they have a lot of technology. That makes fighting so easy.
Alright, hold 1 minute, Wolf.
So
Can I say something?
So Jamaica.
No, hold on, man.
Can I say something?
Just hold on.
Can I say something?
Not yet. Let me make Dan say something. Good night, Dan.
No.
Good night to all.
Yeah.
Okay, I'll listen to the conversation and I'm going to say something pertaining upon the person that they say was interrupting. Cuba is close to Miami and close to Jamaica, but Americans don't have war on their ground.
Yeah.
That's all I'm saying for that, okay?
Yeah.
The next thing.
But that is nonsense.
Allow me to finish, please.
What do you mean don't have war
Allow
on
me
the
to
ground?
finish, please. Allow me to finish, please.
One at a time.
Excuse me?
Make Dan talk, no, man. Let me give Dan a chance. Wolf give Dan a
Excuse
chance
me?
for talk, man. Make Dan talk.
Give me a minute, please. Up by Old Stone Hill Road,
Yeah.
before you catch Orange Grove, ask anybody in that area. There's a tin plant up there about 2-3 years ago. If you're coming down on Long Lane, you can see it to the right. If you're coming from Old Stone Hill, coming down as you pass Orange Grove, it's on the left. There's a chain there. It's a thing look like an old-time projector. It's bigger than a SUV vehicle.
Okay, Hector.
I don't know what it is. I'm not saying anything. I don't speculate, but I'm telling what I'm seeing.
Yeah, we get you, yeah.
There's one up by going to St. Thomas, somewhere in the hills here, on the left-hand side in the hills, pointing out to the sea. And up by where the racetrack near Clarendon?
Mm-hmm.
Dover.
No, Clarendon.
Burnham Field.
Yes.
Burnham Field?
Yeah.
Burnham Field. And when the ship came the other day, 2 coastal load go up by the Burnham Field area, and they did. And this place is secure by chain, and there's no guard there, but nobody. If you stop the security, can tell if you move at the gate. Because I even go by Stillwell Road and take picture of this thing. I'm not saying it is or it isn't,
Yeah,
but
get
these
your
things
point.
have been there.
Yeah, we get your point.
You get the point?
Yeah, man, I get your point.
So,
It's a signal.
so the person who's discrediting the next one say America don't have to come here. America, just like he explained before, what happened in Trinidad, it's the same thing can set up. Also,
Yeah.
there's a lot of things here for them to profit over. They don't fight. There's a lot of places in Africa need help. They don't fight for those because there's nothing there for them. Only where something is there that they want, they fight for. That's all. But no, I'm listening.
All right. Thank you, Dad.
Listen,
Okay, dear.
All right. So make Mikey answer back now. Go ahead, Mikey. Let me hear your reply.
listen. You know that Jamaicans in the U.S. military is saying their colleagues are laughing at them because what happened with this nonsense? The ship, they're retiring the ship and they tour in the region and they stopped in Jamaica. And there are Jamaicans in the military now. We hear Jamaicans them talking nonsense about attacking Cuba and all those foolishness. And it was on that type of mission. But for the guy,
But
Jamaica and US have been
Mikey, 1 minute. Which other Caribbean island did the ship stop?
no, the ship don't have to stop at every Caribbean island.
No, I'm going to
I
ask you
didn't
which
check
one.
that.
No, me just
I
ask
have-
you. No, me just ask you a
Look here.
question. No, man.
That's an aircraft carrier. If you don't have a port to hold that,
You just said they
Don't-
were
that's
touring.
also-
Well, I know you just said they were touring, and I'm just asking a simple question.
they
I
were
am-
touring the Americas region.
And I'm only saying to you, which other
Uh-huh.
Caribbean island did the ship dock?
They don't have to stop in another. They were touring the region.
Which other place in the region they stop?
Auntie Jen, can I ask a question?
Go ahead,
You
Tommy.
can fast.
Go ahead.
My question that I want to ask to you is, Mikey, what is the meaning of JIS? What does that stands for?
Jamaica Information Service.
Okay, so if our Jamaican Information Service didn't come out with a headline stating that the American warship was coming here, you see, do you think they have that right to really come and our heads of government not come out with no form of information to us?
So who,
Isn't the-
where does the JS get its information from?
The
The
government.
JS
The
Is
they
government.
would
the
get it.
information arm of the government?
Right, so at least the government should inform us as the citizen of the country that, same like how if Obama as the president is coming to Jamaica, you get a 2 week or a week prior notice. If any other president or whatever, other, even our Caribbean country, persons are coming to our country, you would see it in is either the Observer, the Gleaner, or whatever news media. We haven't get anything in our news media that they were coming here.
Oh, jeez.
So what was their main
Okay.
purpose? Anybody they fabricated a story to sell something to us. And this is the reason why you can use the word naive, but I don't think you know the meaning of the word naive. That's the reason why you are here up in the box to explain to us what is the meaning of naive. But I think you are the naive person.
Listen, all right, listen. You see, I can't. What I mean, I believe in fact checking thing. I can't fact check everything just a short time. But for the guy, it said, listen, yes, the Jamaican government and the United States government have a long history of joint military training and security cooperation. Member of the Jamaica.
I am not gonna say
member
no.
of the
I
Jamaican
am
Defense
not.
Force and the U.S. Armed Force have been. It started back from trade
No,
back
I
in
am not. I
1996.
am not gonna say no. Nowhere in the news media with any journalist or any front page of the Mirror or the Gleaner or the Observer, you don't even see our leader, Andrew Holness, on that ship. You didn't see him as a prime minister of our country.
Adina Maris, then send out there. Adora, go out there.
You haven't seen him.
Listen, you know that there are Jamaicans in the U.S. Army, and they're very embarrassed because what happened.
Listen to me.
Just listen to me. When a ship is going for war, You notice the sailors, they were all over in Ocho Rios touring, got done
We
with all
never
of
said they
them.
come here. No, we
That's
never said
my
they.
People not ship go for war, them
No,
not
no,
engage on
no,
them thing, the boss.
Mikey. We never said they come here to war. No, so don't let us.
Yeah, but they say that sinister. You're saying it's a sinister thing to plan something against Cuba. There's nothing like that.
Well, me not tell a lie, Mikey. You have to say me naive. Me sort of curious.
Mikey is a naive person here on the live. He is the naive person here on the
Because
live.
Mikey, me will tell you the truth.
And
Too much little things
Thank you
are
very
going.
much. Thank you very much.
Me sort of curious though. Me not tell a lie. Right now, with all we are going on, me I say at me, and me not comfortable. Me don't know if you're comfortable, but me not really comfortable, cause me not really know the truth.
All right. Let me share something with you, Auntie.
Yeah.
You were here one DJ they do one song with a line in it where him talk about the dragon, the eagle, and the bear.
Now who sing that song now? I remember that.
Yes,
I can't tell you his name, but it is in this. It's a line in the song. All right. Do you know who is the dragon?
America dragon?
No, China.
Oh,
The
America.
Chinese them actually worship the dragon.
Oh yes.
That's why every year them have a celebration where them do the dragon dance and them drumming and so on. It's a kind of ritual. If them business now do well.
Oh, somebody say a
It's a
caper time.
ritual. Yes. That's a Chinese culture.
They say a caper time. Hold
so
on.
the beer.
Wolf. They say a caper time sing a song.
Okay, good. So the beer now would represent, who you think the beer would represent? Which country? Just think. Them have winter all year round.
Russia.
Exactly. And who you think is the eagle?
America.
Because American, the eagle has something to do with them for them thing. Me don't know what them come by.
I think eagle in their flag too, I think, you know.
Yes, in their flag and it depend on their money and so on and so forth. No. When Donald Trump made that pass that assertion, you know what China did and what Russia did? Because of the 50-year-old embargo that were never needed, never necessary, them now no fuel, so they now no light. Russia send one ship go down there with oil to fuel up them something. And the president knew of it, but guess what? He couldn't touch it because he dare not mess with the Russians. The Chinese worse. So all you hear the president of the United States that talk, a chat him a chat. So this little fool that will come here and talk far to come talk about this and that. He no sense. As close as Cuba is to America, them tried that in the 70s, you know. I think it's 1970, you know. What they did, they formed a mercenary army and they invaded Cuba. I think it was dubbed the Bay of Pigs. Right?
Oh yeah, the Bay of Pigs. I remember, I started to reflect on that. I just said
right.
The Bay of Pigs.
And the Cuban give them a long time because they were just old soldiers and some of them as Cubans who run from Cuba and gone to America. So them think that them could have gone in and overthrow Castro and think, but Castro was about 10 steps ahead of them. And them beat them bad. Dozens of them dead on the beach. And alive on the beach. And them confiscate them weapons. That is how the Cubans end up with the A1 M16 pew pew assault pew pew. That's also how they ended up in Cuba. Right? So the Cuban, they are very well protected. It's just that Cuba is so far away from Russia and China, or they could have been better off. Way better off.
And my brother, Wolfgang, I tell you this much: America better know what they are doing if they are going to invade or launch anything on Cuba, because Cuba is a part of the BRIC, and Russia,
And China.
and China. There's a lot of them as country come together and form the BRIC, and they are not going to see Cuba
No, they're not.
taken down by America and don't
Exactly.
step in for Cuba.
Exactly. And I
That's
support
what
what
I
you
know
say.
for very sure.
100%.
All right, let me welcome Rupi. Rupi, good night.
Hey, Aunt Jenny, I haven't speak Arabian on your platform for some time. I find the discussion very important
Yeah.
because Cuba, I always say this to people. Cuba maybe is the country and Fidel Castro, the president, that helped the entire world out of nothing. Even though
Hold on there, Rupi.
Cuban-
Rupi, hold on. You have something in your background to play.
Oh, the TV I play, Shauna, you want to turn on. Sorry about that.
Yeah.
Sorry about that, Jenny. Even though Cuba have been under the embargo from the inception, from the Cuban Revolution, I think that was 59. Cuba were able, right now Cuba in the world have the best health
Healthcare.
system.
True.
And not only that, them have the best health system, them have the most medical personnel per capita.
Yeah.
Simply mean that even the so-called developing world like America and Germany and so on, Cuba have more doctors and nurses to a section of the population more than those nations.
True.
Antigen.
I think the brother makes
well,
some
I'm
very
making-
I have to leave.
important point.
Antigen, let me say something.
Yeah.
Cuba must have the best health system when them can't even have on light for 24 hours a day.
Mikey,
The more they have
Mikey, hold on there, Mikey.
He's talking about they invest in their people when they come out.
Hold on.
Lift up, man, I'm not quite practicing them.
Why you make this guy about it? I don't understand. Why you make it? Put this man and I need some manners, no man.
No, but no
Can't
one.
be so
No one.
like
Yeah, where
just
must I?
fucking like that. You don't have the manners. I bet him is a labor right. I bet you him is a labor right.
What
Come on,
did I say
man.
anything wrong? Hey, hello, what did I say wrong?
And you said
Am I
something
correct?
fundamental wrong because you don't have no sense.
You're not listening, you know the meaning of words. Lift up, man.
So
You
just
said Cuba is the best-
keep your mouth shut and listen.
Of course,
Listen
Cuba,
when you educate
Mike.
your brother.
All right, hold on there, Rupi. Mikey. Cuba have the best medical system in the Caribbean and all better than America. Remember, I know, Cuba educate them people for free
And tell them to go research it.
and
Him
send
can go
them,
research
and
it
that's why
himself.
they take and survive over the years. That's why America want to stop it, you know. 'Cause I know that's how them make their money from. And that they take and beat the embargo.
Let me develop the point and educate this brother.
Yeah.
Cuba in COVID was able to help not only in the Americas and Africa, but Cuba were able to help Italy in terms of COVID. That is how people respect the health system in Cuba all over the world, including the United Nations. So I don't understand this, brother. You need to just listen, man, and educate yourself and stop put on the green blinkers. Cuba
Hold on.
has
1 minute. Sorry.
contributed.
Rupert. Brother Rupert.
Yes, my
Hold on.
brother.
Yes. No respect, man. No respect. Sorry for butting me. You,
Yeah.
Mikey, me, I'm going to ask you one question. What is the illiteracy rate in Cuba?
Yeah, man, confirm.
Well,
Confirm,
man.
man.
Just, well, let me answer now. Let him answer. You don't
Hello,
remember.
that's-
What is the illiteracy rate in Cuba?
Look here, Cuba have a high literacy. They have a high literacy rate. They have a high literacy. That is not what I'm debating.
If you can't
Let's say Cuba have a high illiteracy rate. Him don't even know what him saying.
But he's illiterate.
I said Cuba have a high literacy rate. Hello.
Him say, you know. He
I said
must be illiterate in order to make a statement like that.
Listen, no, you're dumb. I said Cuba have a high literacy rate. Literacy. Literacy.
Illiteracy rate.
No, I didn't say
Illiteracy.
literacy.
Illiteracy rate.
I said literacy.
You know, man,
I said
it's a
literacy.
literacy still. Him
Brother
say,
Rupert.
in
I said
all
literacy.
fairness- No, man, in all
Right.
fairness, him say
Right.
literacy
Miss
still.
Jen, Miss
Yeah.
Jen, stop that 1 minute.
Yeah.
Nikki, come on, 5 people, bro. You're a fool. The illiteracy rate in Cuba
Right.
is 0.
Run away. Run away,
Look
Mr.
here.
No,
Hello.
man, no run it, man.
Hello.
Hold on, no run him, man. Cause
I said Cuba have a high literacy rate.
In company platform and him never be disrespectful. Me tell
I
you.
said Cuba have a high literacy rate.
No, me can't. I'm gonna take me though because me can't me not like me here.
You have to learn. You have to learn for tolerable sometimes.
Listen,
Still,
listen. I said Cuba have a high literacy rate. You don't understand that?
Hold on. When you say high, when you say hold on, let me hear what you say again. Probably me not hear.
I said Cuba have a high literacy rate.
That means they're very bright.
But you illiterate because when you say high literacy rate.
No, man, him
Yeah.
right. The literate.
What's
me
wrong with that?
me say
But
you.
him correct, Mr. D. But
Right,
before that,
man.
he did say high illiteracy
No.
rate.
He never said that, you
I've
know.
never said illiteracy.
He never say
All right,
literacy.
let me just expand some more. Why Cuba have the best health system in the
Excellent
world
credit. Good night.
is that Cuba are able to not only train the entire world as it relating to medicine, but Cuba are able to deploy
Child of the king.
hundreds of thousands of medical profession, all type of medical profession, doctors, dentists, nurses, etc. Right? All over the world. Africa is one of the biggest beneficiary of Cuba assistance. And not only that, Cuba are able to basically send hundreds of thousands of medical personnel, but they also take in literally thousands of youngsters, particularly from the Caribbean, Latin America, North America, and Africa more than anything else, right? Cuba system, despite Cuba having the problem now in terms of American cut off the island and so on, I think a brother was making the point before, and that is when I joined. China have been helping Cuba with the basically that system that them use the sun to get the energy, right?
Oh.
So, right. In fact, just recently, I think in the Gleaner, it was reported that China were bringing something which would actually lit up and bring, and that is the solar energy. Would bring that solar energy to something like about another 5 million Cubans. So that even though them don't have the oil, the solar energy, them using it in the hospital.
Oh.
Because they were having a lot of problem like with young babies.
Yeah.
Them couldn't do surgery and so on. So them was losing a lot of people. We here in Jamaica able to contribute to it. I am a part of the Jamaica-Cuba Friendship Association. We just celebrate Fidel Castro centenary because Fidel is 100 years old. But we also come together and we raise money so that we can contribute to buying the solar energy for the Cuban them too. And all over the Caribbean, people in Trinidad, because the left movement are persons who recognize the contribution that Cuba has been giving to the entire world, basically have support organization which help in a whatever way. And it's not only the solar energy, but them like a medicine, basic medicine. Because one of the things that America do.
Mute them.
And America, with the embargo, it also affects America. Because there is so much things that American could have gone to Cuba and learn in terms of Cuban development of medicine. Because they are far advanced than a lot of the so-called leading countries.
True, that
So-called first world countries. And there is, in fact, I was reading an article about 2 weeks ago that actually was breaking down how America lose from the foolishness over 60 years in terms of the embargo with Cuba. Not only that the Cuban people them lost, but that the entire world, if Cuba had the freedom and were like treated like any other country in terms of relationship with particularly America, which is also 90 miles away like we. The health system, both in America, both in the Caribbean, and more so in Cuba, could be even far more advanced.
True, yeah, true.
I think it is imperative that the Jamaican people know, because I think one of the biggest error that this country make, and this is part of the characterization of this madman who is Prime Minister. You can't have a people who they have to I think they must celebrate 58 years in terms of Jamaica. And them they are from most 1976. 76, I think so. 58 years of support to the Jamaican people. And you just take the people them and send them home like that.
Because Trump said
I'm told that someone... Yeah, go ahead, my friend.
But Rupi,
yeah, go ahead, Mikey.
You have to be fair now.
Yeah.
You see, what happened? They said the salary that was paid to the government and the government gave the people.
Oh, Mikey.
Yeah, Cuban, listen.
Oh,
the Cuban government gave the people
what? Mikey. Come now, Mikey.
Hello, listen. Listen, Rupert, listen to me out. In COVID, Barbados employed some, and not under that arrangement. Under the arrangement, the salary goes directly to the medical professionals.
That's not right? That's not what me saying now.
No, listen. There are some Cubans, nurses and so on, Cuban healthcare workers that Jamaica re-employ now, and they're getting their salary directly to them. It doesn't pay over to the Cuban government for the Cuban government to take and give them what they want.
Mikey, let me just educate you and tell you something. The genesis of all of this, you see, is that idiot that is the foreign minister for America, Marco Rubio. Marco Rubio is the son of two Cubans. His mother and his father are Cuban. Him born in America, they were part of that set of Cubans who live in the late 60s, early 70s. Marco Rubio developed an ideology with a lot of Cubans who leave Cuba that they must find a way to bring down the Cuban regime. Under Fidel, them tried to kill Fidel 67 times. Fidel leave this earth naturally in terms of how him dead. All those attempts them miss. Rubio and him little minions develop a policy to say, remember, that when Obama came in power, Obama actually refused to continue the whole foolishness. Because with the entire world, the only 3 countries in the world that vote against lifting the embargo, is America, Israel, and in recent time, one little idiot must be there somewhere in Central America, is either Argentina or one of them countries there. It's 3 countries in the entire world that don't vote to lift the embargo. Let me give you some education. Right? America, Israel, and Argentina. No, my friend. Cuba have been basically standing up to America for all these 60 years. Rubio come with this thing to the Caribbean government, right? And I think it must be the St. Vincent government and to some extent the Bajan government that was able to tell him. In fact, Maya tell him, say, take your visa and push it up your fucking ass.
Oi. Come on, man. Oh, no, know the pro.
Yeah. No, but that's the
Hold
thing
on, the
about
rope,
it.
man. Oh, no, know my thing over here, man. One, two, no, man.
Rope.
Yeah.
I don't have a problem with Cuba. What I'm putting out here,
Watch on the language. Watch on the language.
I'm putting the facts. What is
All right,
that?
Aunt Jenny, make me withdraw that one.
I'm putting the facts. Me no want go roll with. Listen, I'm putting the facts out there. All right. There's a doctor.
Irony.
There's Dr. Sam. I used to listen to Dr. Sam on program. Dr. Sam said, listen, from down in I think it's Clarendon. Dr. Sam said, listen, I live with 2 Cuban doctors. You're right here. The Cuban doctors tell him that their salary goes to the government. The government takes what they want. One of them said, Dr. Sam said, he's not going back to Cuba when the thing came up because he has no relative back in Cuba. He's just going now for his Jamaican citizenship. He's not going back. So I'm not look here. The problem with US and Cuba, I am not really agreeing with what US is doing to Cuba. You know. That's not the issue here. I'm not. You see what I'm saying? Yeah. I'm just putting the facts out there. Cause what I'm saying, Rupi, in COVID, Barbados they employ some Cubans and they said it was strictly the salary goes to the Cuban health professionals. All right. Jamaica we employ some and the salary goes to them.
Let me say this to you. Mikey, I must be frank with you. That arrangement is an arrangement which the Cuban have with most of the countries that their national have gone to assist. Whether it be in medicine, primarily medicine, but there's other area. There's engineering and so on and so forth. But mainly medicine. Because the Cuban earn foreign exchange from that. And with the embargo and the fact that America stopped them from earn, that was one of the means in which them earn some foreign exchange, including tourism, because a lot of tourists used to come from places like Canada and some other European countries. Now, Rubio ideology is basically to find means and ways, himself and Trump, to actually strangle the Cuban people. We're talking about 11 to 12 million people, right? And Rubio went around in the Caribbean and preached this foolishness that the people them out of Cuba who were in Jamaica and other country were not here and them free will. That it was human trafficking. That was the argument that Rubio put forward. They went to actually threaten most of the government in the Caribbean that they are going to seize visas of government ministers and so on and so forth. Some of the government, them get, our one is one of the worst one. Because without question, they give in everything, right? I am told in recent time that some Cuban is coming back to Jamaica. Maybe I need a different arrangement. But the arrangement, Mikey, I won't hide around it. It was an arrangement to allow the Cuban to earn some foreign exchange. They actually get part of the payment that was paid to the individual who came to give them service to country like Jamaican. I must be frank with you and admit that was part of the arrangement, right? But my brother, look, this is a country, this is our start, that has held the entire world, including Fidel Castro, within the 20th and the 21st century. There is no other leader in the world, no other country that has stretches on to the entire world under the condition that they are. None. You can't name me a country in the world that contribute to other developing country like Cuba. None.
Cuba build him a
I,
school in
Brother
Jamaica.
Rupert, let me say something to Mikey there. And you know what? I sorry we sort of get heated when I just came on there, and I apologize for that. But Mikey, let me tell you something. Okay, I think Carl and make it's right there. The Cuban government pays for their education 100%. That is why the illiteracy rate in Cuba is
Hi,
zero.
Babil.
Still stands at
Christina.
0. No. What the
St.
other thing,
Croix.
Mikey, the other thing that you take into consideration, whatever agreement America and Cuba have, okay? Who is America to go and go dictate to Jamaica what Jamaica should do with the relationship? Well, I'm not going to go back either the past with Micah because my man didn't tell America what to do and whatever the case might be. But in present time, right now, who is America to go and go dictate to Cuba the type of relationship that they have? Hey, brethren, I'm going to credit you with some kind of sense. You figure that out. And remember, Mikey, I don't know how old you be. Okay? And youth watch this pattern that has been forming, or it has formed over the years. In 1980, in 1980, you see what happened last year with the doctors? It was worse in 1980 when Siaga took office. Because you have engineers, you have teachers, you have doctors, and you have all kind of workers in nurses in Jamaica. And the 30th of October 1980, when that election was run, the day after, the Edward Sierra says, all Cubans that in Jamaica have to leave, except for the doctors. And the Cuba says, no, everybody is coming home, why the doctors are going to stay? And they draw the doctor. I don't know if you know of that. So when you still happen here today, when you still happen here so today, and not just today, it happened from years back.
Hold on, let me tell you, let me just brief you on what Manley said in 1989. Manley last week explained the failure of the 1970s this way. I think the truth is that we tried to do too much. We were young, we were inexperienced, we were idealistic. He said he was wrong to allow the country to slide into a state of tension with Jamaica, with Jamaica's private sector and with the USA. Michael Manley, may I quote, yeah. That your man said, that I can assure you will never happen again. He said, I think, yeah. He said, I may think of some new mistakes to make, but I won't make those. That is what Manley said in 1989 when he put on him bush jacket, when he put on his jacket suit and go Washington.
You're reading something, or you basically are trying to summarize what
No man, I'm reading. Look here, I'm reading what he said when he put on his bush jacket and went to Washington in 1989.
Yeah. All right, let me continue on the Cuban achievement, because I think it's a very important topic. And Jamaican don't understand the extent of the contribution that Cuba make, not only to our country, but maybe even more so Africa. We need to understand that is Cuba really help our brothers and sisters in Angola, Mozambique, Guinea-Bissau, and more so South Africa. It wasn't by accident that the first country, our friend from South Africa, the first country that he went to was Cuba, you know. The president, after him get released from jail, Nelson Mandela. It wasn't an accident that the first country that Nelson went to was Cuba, you know.
That's not true. Cuba
which was the first country he went to?
That's not true, man.
Oh, you mean that not true? Which were the first country he went to?
That's easy to find.
Why you don't listen and educate yourself? You tell me which country was the first country Nelson Mandela went to.
What?
Look here, you need to fact check these people, antigen.
Hold
It's
on.
not Cuba.
But then so tell the platform which country was the first country you went to.
That's so fine. That's so fine.
Why you don't sit down and listen? You can't tell us on the platform which country you went to first. But you are telling me.
I soon tell you.
You soon tell me. You is a waste of time, man. So let me continue what I was saying. That the Cuban government and people help Angola, Mozambique, and more so South Africa to get rid of apartheid and to help to liberate. In fact, I go back as far as 1965 when Patrice Lumumba was assassinated in Congo. It was Czechoslovakia went to Congo to join a group that was called the Simba Group because the
sorry to cut you. The first country that Nelson Mandela visited after his release from prison in February 1990 was Zimbabwe.
Yes.
All right?
No, was Zambia.
Sorry, Zambia.
Yeah.
Zambia. Yeah, was Zambia.
If Aunt Jenny basically verify that, then I will
yeah, man.
So it must
Zambia.
be not Cuba.
Zambia.
Right. Where were Cuba in that lineup?
All right, let me find.
I think we visit Jamaica before Cuba.
No, I don't think so. Did he accept Fidel as the first visitor to South Africa?
Can I say something? Do you know that Manly have something to do with Nelson Mandela getting freed as well?
Certainly.
Well, Mandela visited Cuba 1 year after, July 1991.
Oh, so him visit Cuba, you say, Anjani, 1 year after?
Yeah, because he released 90, and he visited Cuba in July 1991. Somebody have something
in
playing
July
back
1999, and he went to you say Zambia in 1991.
In 90, after he was released, 2 weeks after he released, he went to Zambia.
He went to Zambia.
Mm-hmm.
All right, so Cuba might have been the second country that he visited, or the other way around.
Yeah.
Fidel might have been the first foreign minister or foreign president to visit him, but I think it's the other way around. Is that Nelson Mandela visited Cuba? I think there's another point I want to raise that is very important. That Czechoslovakia actually tried to help the people in Congo as it relating to after the assassination of Lumumba. But the general point is that Cuba contribution to Africa is immense.
True, man.
Great. And it's not just in terms of medicine, but in terms of engineering. In fact, I was reading something somewhere where them help Algeria in terms of the military assistant and engineering and so on and so forth and all of that.
Mm-hmm. So Cuba play a very good role.
Important role.
Imagine they put an embargo upon them and the people will have an embargo help people more than owner have no embargo. And nobody can deny that. Nobody can deny that. Nobody can deny that. Be careful with your narrative and message. So when we're over here talk anything wrong? Are we saying something wrong? What do you mean by narrative? Is it a narrative or is it a reality? Something wrong with it, you know?
Yeah, what we basically talk about is historical facts. So them little people that want to come on the live and talk about be careful with your narrative and message. Them really not frighten nobody.
Gloria, good night. Gloria? Looks like she never knows that she in the box. Let me take her down. Right now, how much school Cuba build way in Jamaica?
Excellent question.
Since
Excellent
when
question.
I say we
Who say
are,
Marty?
yeah. How many
I think
schools?
it's about 4 or 5 school they build here.
Yes.
Anywhere between 4 or 5
Ozzy Marty,
school.
Gavin Maciel, GC Foster College. Where next one down down a country this where's school name again, man?
Westmoreland. I think you have one somewhere in Westmoreland.
I don't think Westmoreland. I think I know. Somewhere down near to Manning's there.
Oh, so that's St. Elizabeth.
Yeah. But then do good. We have you can see what Cuba do for Jamaica. So now
let's we just remind the platform that all of those schools that Cuba built for Jamaica, it never cost this country 1 cent.
Not even a dollar. Hanover.
In fact, GC Foster is I would say is the largest tertiary sport institution in the entire Caribbean.
So true.
There is no other sport institution that is as large as GC Foster.
That is so true. So anyone who want to come and contact nonsense and none bother with no foolishness.
And not only that, and Jenny.
Yeah.
We can look on some other areas where them contribute to this country. Oh. You remember the problem as it relating to our folks that having problem in some of those ill. The Cuban built a lot of what was called micro dams.
Oh, I never remember saying Billy Dam. All one bring it rope me great. How that pronounced now? Yells. Is there yells? Good night, yells. Yells?
Drop me, an accident may come up, just drop me.
Okay. Accident in come up in. Continue then, Rupi.
Yeah, man. So we were able, I remember in Manchester, I have some of my relatives in Manchester. I remember one of those dams. And over time, those dams has helped a lot of communities. And that was also a significant contribution as it relating to the Cubans. A lot of those dams will be built in a lot of hill in and around the countrysides.
Mm-hmm. So Jamaica can say they benefit from Cuba, right? Tell me all the America build down, you know.
Oh, that the question that for Mikey.
Mikey? Mikey, yes. Mikey.
Yeah. Listen, you know that America has contributed more than $1.4 billion in aid to Jamaica. You know?
You're not listening. When you're going off a tracky, man. Me just ask a simple question, just answer it. Or what is it that America build that we can talk about in Jamaica? I'm not talk about the aid and all of that. What if other country give aid? So
America been giving Jamaica money and spending money on, I mean,
that question, Mikey, we had a good fun night. Just answer that. Mikey, we just discuss about what the Cuban bill, and we can see it with our eye. And we can see it with our eye. So I'm just asking a question. Then after that, when you answer that, then you can answer that. What is it that the American bill in Jamaica?
Actually, I'm telling you what they're giving in
Me never ask you what they give. Me never ask you. You just now listen, man. Don't make it something get out of control, man. Me said, we just name what the Cuban bill in Jamaica. All me is asking, what the American bill. It's either you're going to say they bill nothing but then give aid, then it sound better. The bother go around the corner. Just answer me forthwith. what the American bill in Jamaica that can compare to the Cuban.
But they look here, they give far more. All right.
Infrastructure we are talking about, you know. Just make we deal with that first, no man. I like how we say the Cuban bill, Ozemati,
All right.
GC
GC for
faster.
all of that.
Gaza
Just tell me,
Casio,
yeah, so just name
etc.
two, one something with the American bill we can look at. Me not talk about the embassy, you know.
Auntie J, you know, easy, you know. Come on, Mikey, man.
Come
But
back.
Auntie Jen, make him go and think about what he's gonna say. The embassy take fraud with more than anything else. Because when you apply and go up there, you don't get a
Aye,
visa.
so with all of
You
that
don't even
give.
get back half of your money
So
or none of it at all.
at the same money, we're gonna take for the
Yeah.
visa, then get back in a sitting. Come to Mikey, man, you keep up a show.
I'll come in antigen.
Tourism
I'm
is
just
not
checking.
infrastructure, common sense. Please, nobody come with no foolishness, man.
Grandpa Google. Hey!
No, but I'm telling you how much they gave antigen.
Me know why you they give, man. Infrastructure.
Yes. Auntie Jen, I have somebody saying that they laugh like hell. I said, Mikey, Grandpa, Google. Guys.
Common sense. Hold on. Common sense say America build factory. Where factory them there? Where them build?
Yes, let them tell where the factory them.
Anything you say, you just prove it tonight. Cause we can't prove for the Cuban. You can't beat me on that tonight. Me sure of that.
No, but antigen. All right. Say I build something that costs $10 million. Say you build something that costs $10 million, and I give you 100 million. Whose contribution is more?
But me
Who
ask
give
you,
more?
but which one of them is more tangible?
Who give more? No,
Me no matter who give more, because guess what? Even if them in give government, we not see nothing for it. But we can see right now what Cuba give. That's what we're talking about. What is so hard for we to just accept the truth? Not even Donald Trump can deny that.
In fact, somebody on the platform and in the chat say that US give 1 billion and then them take back 10. So to every and that person is so right, because when in the, and then the other person said the backside companies were built for Jamaica, or it was their businesses. It was American businesses, and this is part of the problem. This is part of the problem. All these countries that America and other European country go into and say that them basically are developed. So what them do, them take people mineral and natural resources, and in fact I think one time we were getting something like cents, like about 5 or 6% of what them extract from backside. Manly come and change that in the 70s, and we were getting something more sensible from backside. But in a nutshell, what these companies out of America and Europe do is basically a similar thing I'm doing in Africa. A man which has stand up to them is Traore. That is the man from Burkina Faso that run out the French. And today, with less than 4 years, the man were able to build the best state-of-the-art hospital in the country. We're able to build out some of the best roads. We're able to expand and basically in terms of building more schools and so on and so forth and all of that. In fact, the very IMF where him run away and tell them say him no want no money from them, report that his economy is the fastest growing economy in the world. That the economy will grow by about 5 or 6% per year.
Wow.
And what we must understand is, Mikey, you see all the country?
Guyana is going faster than that, man.
Eh?
Guyana is going faster than that with oil.
Well, maybe, because them find some oil in Guyana. You might be right, right?
But the IMF reporting that Burkina Faso is one of the fastest growing economy in the entire world. But you see, Mikey, the only way we are going to come out of this something where we in, is our ability to first of all have some backbone. And the backbone that we have in the 70s, and that is why I feel so bad as a Jamaican, where we refuse to sign a document which basically asks for reparation to black people. That thing that Ghana lead, and Ghana come meet recently with Onis, and Onis refused to sign the document to allow black people to get reparation, just like how the Jews get it against the criminal them in Germany, just like how other nation and people get reparation, and we refuse to sign it. This country, is coming from a situation where we were the so-called leader of the Third World Movement. Michael Manley led that movement. We were also a country that started the anti-apartheid movement against South Africa, That movement was started by Daddy Manley, Normal Manley. I think the sister was saying before that we have a contribution to South Africa and South Africa freeing of Nelson Mandela. But our contribution, my sister, is that basically it was Jamaica who got to the United Nations and said, come on, let us stop trade with these people. Let us stop sending our sport people to this country, because this country is still treating black people as slaves, given the apartheid regime. Similar thing where Israel had done now to the Palestinians. A similar type of apartheid. So Mike,
listen, hold on, man. You say a lot. Where did Jamaica refuse to sign any reparations agreement?
So you don't get the report.
No, look
you
here.
Don't get the report that we did not sign the agreement.
No, what? Listen.
Did not sign it.
This is it. The Jamaican government did not refuse to sign a reparation agreement. Instead, the Jamaica is actively pursuing a formal legal petition and pushing the United Kingdom for reparatory justice regarding the transatlantic slave trade.
But Mikey, just like how when we were supposed to vote on something that is significant.
No, but look here, we forget the facts straight, man.
Listen to you, man. Listen to you. Let me explain. Just like how we were supposed to vote, I can't remember what it was, but our foreign minister apparently take a break to the bathroom, right? It's a similar way that we are looking a way to opt out of this thing, because we don't want to be associated with the progressive world that basically take action in order for black people around the entire world to get reparation. So we will take a position that Jamaica develop for them own thing. So that is bulls, Mikey. If Jamaica will develop for them own something, what is that? What is that, Mikey?
What do you mean, what is that?
Tell me, man. Tell me what it is.
No, you're saying that the government did not refuse to sign. The government don't refuse to sign anything.
So, Mikey, why did the Ghana Prime Minister come here the other day? Our reason him coming for?
What you think is reparation thing he came here for?
Yes, he come for them find them a tri-fish farm and alliance for it.
What did Ghana didn't suffer? Didn't suffer from slavery.
Of course, I feel with people them find down that then take care of coming in the Caribbean. We feel with seeing black people shackle way up and sell it to you white man.
None of them sell it, man. Look here, them sell it. Remember?
So you never hear what the man said. The man said all who in the diaspora can him welcoming them back home. That's what the Ghana president said with you.
Yeah, but the Ghana president sold us to Mark Golding grandfather, man.
Sold us to what?
Mark Golding.
Mark Golding great grandfather. Benjamin
Come
Nunes, man.
on. Mikey, man.
Mikey,
Don't
you
get
really
into
take up in
diatribe,
nonsense
man.
and come chat
No,
nonsense,
man, it's not
Mikey.
there, Chad. Is it a fact?
You sound to be much more intelligent, man.
Is it a fact?
The little narrow parties and diatribe,
Is it a
man.
fact?
A woman
It's a
talk
fact,
about, a
that's a
woman
fact.
talk about with the foolishness. You believe a woman
That
talk
the
do that,
man,
sir?
What
That's
is a
right.
fact? What is a fact?
that
What is a
Benjamin Nunes
Come
was a
on, Mikey.
prominent slave
Mikey,
owner
me
in
not make
Jamaica.
a story where you chat nonsense. No, not that
What is
type.
nonsense about that?
But that is not true. It's not Mark Golden genealogy.
It's Mark Golden great. What do you mean it's not Mark Golden great grandfather Benjamin Nunes? Jesus Christ.
Where Benjamin Nunes come from?
Just go and go. He was
No,
a
tell me.
prominent
No,
slave
no,
owner
no.
in
Not
Jamaica.
me not research now. You bring it up, so you tell me.
Yeah, but me tell you, you're not going to really.
But you
know.
can, all right. So, all you
Well,
get to link that man. All right. When name? Where say man name? All right.
Benjamin Nunes.
Who is Benjamin Nunes to Mark Golden? Oh, minute, hold on. Who is Benjamin Nunes to Mark Golden?
Just to follow with Benjamin Nunes and then you go from there. Jamaican slave owner.
First of all, the Golden, where you see they don't spell Mark Golden name. Mark Golden spell M-A-R-K, Mark, and G-O-L-D-I-N-G. The one where you see where you Warmington talk about is G-O-L-D-E-N. So maybe they're related to Bruce Golden.
Bruce Golden spell.
G-O-L-D-E-N.
No, that's not true.
One
That's
is
not true.
one is den and one is in.
That's not true.
So it's not Mark Golden. So you see what on the air? You must take correction to because you know so that was a
Look here. It's Mark Golden.
electric gimmick.
Hello.
Election
It's
gimmick.
Mark Golden. Based his maternal grandparent, based on his from his mother's side, not his father's side. His paternal grandparents are Jews.
Mark Golden. Man tapping nonsense. If so be it, you know, you hold on then Mikey, then all black people that link back to one lineage to, you know. So if you want to link Mark Golden for say I'm a slave master, fine. Make we agree. But you know hold on to the slave master genealogy. Me not blame
No, but Anjan, this man just talk and say Mark Golden grandfather, a slave master. I know he must switch him out and say, say him a slave master.
I said Mark Golden, Jesus Christ. Mark Golden born slavery ended, you know. So Mark Golden to be a slave master when slavery ended.
They said Mark Golden
Then call him Bakra master.
Great grandfather.
I call Mark Golden Bakra master, you know, like him enslaved nobody. Right now Andrew a bigger slave driver than Mark Golden.
Certainly. I remember now that Mark Golden daddy, John Golden, were maybe one of the best person that deal with people who have polo, who have the whole
at least
problem.
He might left a legacy in Jamaica. What kind of legacy?
And the Caribbean, not just Jamaica, but
what kind of legacy?
Caribbean.
Anyone Andrew descendant left here.
And Jenny, his contribution to the University of the West Indies in that department is tremendous. And
even up by Mona Rehab.
Mona Rehab is him conceptualized Mona Rehab.
That's not true.
What is not true?
It's not true. That is not true.
How do it, Mikey?
What is not true?
I said that is not true.
What is not true?
So tell me what
he conceptualized Mona Rehab.
So who do it? Go on.
You're going again to Google?
Yeah, man, I can go on because you must tell me truth tonight.
You're going again to Google, man.
I'm saying you can't really know when the JLP them come over here.
You can't,
because they fail to accept the truth.
I don't know why.
They fail to accept the truth. When you hit them with the truth, then just fail to accept it.
And him can't stop you and say that is not true, but him can't substantiate that is not true by present his fact.
Why he say
Ain't
it's
gonna
not
research.
Gonna Google that now.
Ain't gonna Google it now, so I wait for him to come back with a Google.
If you come back, but we have to accept that Mark Golden daddy make a hell of a contribution to not just Jamaican, but Jamaican in particular, but to the broader Caribbean in terms of being the specialist as it relating to people who have problem in terms of bone and so on and so forth and all of that. That Daddy Golden really contribute.
Man was a great doctor. Very good doctor.
You find the answer yet, Mikey? May I wait for you?
What going on with antigen?
Huh? Mikey, where you say a while ago?
No, go on to it.
No, man, you have to answer a question. You said it wasn't so.
No, man, I have to go in the. Look here. I have to go in the archives.
It don't take no long time for me wait till you find the archives. Don't worry yourself.
I think maybe Mikey should change that name from archive to beehive. What we're telling him is more powerful than the archive then.
Alright,
basic truth
alright, let me help you, Mikey. Just get Google and just do like this. Who is the founder of Mona Rehab in Jamaica? Just do that, Mikey.
Simple.
And tell me what come up. Me want to hear it out of your mouth. Come, Mikey, man. You must find it long time. Can me find it already?
Listen, my thing there, my tablets. Hold on.
Dijen, read it.
I'm going to read it for you. The Mona Rehabilitation Center, now known as Sir John Golden Rehabilitation Center, was founded in 1954 by Sir John Golden, a British orthopedic surgeon, in response to a major polio outbreak in Jamaica. I'm not read no more. You can't go find it. The center, listen to center detail. Founder, Sir John Golden. Year, founded 1954. The original purpose, treat polio patient. Current focus, treat spinal cord injury, strokes, and build prostheses. You can go look for the rest of it, but I look for no more.
Mikey,
Tell me,
you
so
want
Mikey,
on that?
Mikey, tell me now for Andrew one. What film father?
We don't say Andrew Daddy didn't get up with you.
Mikey, tell me Andrew Holness daddy legacy to Jamaica. Thank you, Tamika.
Listen.
Come now, Mikey, man. You do good fun night, nobody feel now.
Antigen, you know that there's something I'm looking for, but I just hold on.
All right, make that way.
All right, Polar Reach, a lot of people believe that he bought Polar to Jamaica.
No. Forget about that.
You know that people believe that he bought Polar to Jamaica.
We're not talking about that. That's not the point.
That's the thing I'm looking for. Wait.
That is not the point that
And
we're talking about.
He never carry Polo coming, so forget that. Me ask you a question. What kind of legacy Andrew Holness daddy left?
Andrew Holness daddy is just a thing there. He's just a ordinary Jamaican.
So you think you should have given Mark Golden a little credit?
Angel, next time you not take up Mikey in our box, and they take up too much space, and I waste with time.
Well, we almost at the end of the show now, so me just ask him for him tell me still. Him not really disrespectful still,
No.
he just chat foolishness.
No, in a disrespect with Angel, but why?
Antigen,
Yeah.
you can't ask the same thing for PJ father, for Portia father.
No. Hold on. We not talk about PJ and Portia and nobody.
No, man, no, but you have
No,
to.
Andrew
That's
and
what I'm
Mark.
saying.
Right now, Mark and Andrew are the two top men in Jamaica. Them we are talking about.
I get it.
we're talking about the two present top man in Jamaica.
No,
What
but
kind of legacy
Auntie
then
Jane,
daddy left?
Auntie
Me
Jane,
no want to go back.
you
Hold on.
deflect,
Well, maybe
you
me not forgot
deflecting the
ask
thing
you
from
about.
it
Me not forgot ask you about for your daddy
because
and for your mother. Me
because
not go down that road. Me
Auntie
ask
Jane,
you.
because the man, great great grandfather is a slave, was a prominent slave owner. You're trying to deflect from
So let
that.
me ask you something. Which one of the slave master him did own at Jamaica? Which one of them? Which one? Tell me where for him.
He owns slave. He
What?
owns slave and
Which one?
collect for it.
Which part in a Jamaica?
Jesus. Shall I come?
No man, give me
Auntie
the
Jane, he
evidence.
owns.
Give me the evidence and let me read it.
Yeah, but Auntie Jane, you
I am
company,
asking a question.
you
Hold on
Auntie
now.
Jane,
Hold on.
you see how fast you find Google. You see how fast
Alright, so me
you
find
can use Google.
if Bob Golden grandfather. What you saying?
No,
Grandfather?
for
Alright.
Benjamin Nunes.
No, in grandfather
Come on,
can't name so. In grandfather for name Golden.
no man, what is remember you have mother, you have family and mother side. Is when you're married, you take the name and the
All I
man or
know, well,
something.
maybe you should even talk to me because you know, so me is a part of the slave master picnic because me not come from Africa, you know. My maiden name, you see, a Scotland it come from. And if you see, right now me have all one grandson, if you ever say, boy, look like him a white man. And the genealogy we conduct. So no, me not really black somebody, you know. Me skin me look black, but me why you just know so well we mix up in the slave business, and so the mark alone mix up in there. So both black and white mix up in a slavery. Cause everybody
So you're saying wait, Auntie Jen, so you're saying your ancestors are not from Africa.
me not sure cause if my maiden name listen me, the man is who plant the seed. So my lineage is from the male and not from the female. Not that
Yeah,
there's,
but I'm Jenny.
not there, that there's not a mixture, but what I'm trying to tell you, my name is not an African name. I mean, I will tell you my maiden name, but my maiden name is not an African name.
Okay.
And me mix up with all kind of mix up, cause me have mix up Indian and all kind. So me is a mix up blender over here, so I talk to you. So
Most Jamaicans, you know.
Yeah, but I'm Jenny.
Yeah.
The objective reality, you know, is that all of the names that we have, for example, I am Walters, White and Brown and Johnson and so on. All of these names, my name is related to some German. All of these names are names of slave masters. We were given these names because we were fall under a certain slave masters. So none of these names are not African names, but primarily the names that we carry in the Caribbean are names of slave masters.
Yeah, my name is one weird name. Anyway, let me tell you something. One day I went to the salon and the stylist she washed my hair and she was looking at it and she said to me, you have 3 texture here. She said I have 3 texture here and she don't know me, right? And I know my father, mother is Indian. Right? And my mother a black maroon woman. I forget the sense of what I said. No, my grandmother by my father's side not even can really even trace my father, but my father have lighter complexion, you know. And his lineage is out of Scotland.
Well, Auntie Jenny, I hear you have some people in America they call themselves fundamental. No, yes, FBA, foundational Black Americans. I hear them say things similar to what you're saying, so I'm not going to say anything about that. All right?
No man, I'm a mixture.
Jenny,
No disrespect if to say I am black. Because that's what I was grown up with. But I'm just trying to show you that if we trace our roots, most of us are not from Africa descent. Because after they came here, there's a whole mix.
And black people was here before.
I really disagree with you.
Why?
But this is the first time. I really disagree with you. But this is the first time I disagree with you.
What you disagree with?
Rupi,
Yeah.
you don't feel that black people was this side of the world before the slave trade started?
No, I don't think so.
The Black Americans have problem.
Mikey, you asked me a question. Let me answer it now. The people that was on this side of the world was the Taino, was the Indian. Just like our America.
I wouldn't tell we no
Going on
Rupe.
America
I will pan
and
nonsense
kill
that
out.
what all on the Rupe. I will pan nonsense then tell we no. Because he first lie
Yeah.
where then tell we is about a Christopher Columbus can discover the land. So we don't know the history
Ah,
behind that.
that was the first nonsense.
So we can
That people
we
was
only
saying.
talk based upon where we live. Because when you go out by out of the Ararat Museum, they show you that some of the Ararat were dark skinned people. But the ear was straight. What kind of people them was? Me don't know.
Well, Taino have what some people call a pigmentation that sort of dark brown. Them not as black as me and you and Jenny, but certainly is not as white like the Caucasians. So I would think that and the same thing with the Red Indians. The Red Indians start to have a dark, well, I don't want to use the word dark, but more so a red white look, so to speak, which is different from how the Caucasian look. And when you look at the Mexican also have a look more like Indian and so on and so forth. So I
Philip.
I agree in a nutshell that basically we as black people, I think the vast majority of us are from African descent. The names that we have were names that were given to us by the slave master, and we still bear these names. But if we look at our African brothers, you will see that those are the names that originally were our names. Even remember that film that was done in America, where Toby,
But
where them beat.
all on the Rupe. I don't know if you study the Bible. Me is a person who study the Bible. If you study the Bible, you see that generation thing where we're talking about, it's confusing. Alright. You see at the Tower of Babel when they said there was a dispersion when they all begin to speak different language to confound them. If you look on the geographical location, most of the descendants of both three, Shem, Ham, and Japheth, go all over the place, because they want teach we make we just believe say go Africa alone, black
And
people
Jen,
go. So that's another
and
problem
Jen,
too. Yes, Tamika.
and Jen, what I am gonna say, you see, is when me put on one of the Chinese ear, me a Chinese. When me put on Brazilian, me a Brazilian. When me Chinese but me ear, me a Jamaican, African. So we mix up. Bad.
Fergie,
Yeah,
make me
you
hear
see,
it. Good night, Fergie.
you see, and Jen,
Yeah, good night, Auntie Jen. Good night, everyone.
Yeah.
I wasn't going to come up here, but I was listening, but I had to come up here. So, Mikey, I just want to find out from you, what is your intention of bringing up Mark Golding's lineage that they own slaves? Because to be honest with you, Mikey, most of us in Jamaica are products of slaves and slave masters, okay? I myself, my ancestry on both sides of my family were slaves and slave masters. So what is the intention of bringing that up? Like, what was your intention of bringing that particular situation up?
well, they were just
What's the
talking about
point?
they were just talking about reparations, and it's just that you look at the people who you think might benefit from slavery. No, but that's gone. That's gone. All right. Antigen, you sound like you're in the States. What Antigen is saying is, if I mean, I've listened a lot of thing there, live FBA people, and they're saying exactly what Antigen is saying. They're saying that when they do, they're not really from Africa. A lot of foundational black American.
I'm not from Africa. I am not from Africa. Me not business one no answer. Me not from Africa. Me
A lot of them. They're all saying
me
that.
and Rupin I go agree upon this tonight, but that's all right. Me not from Africa.
It's okay, and Jenny.
That's a big discussion. That's a big discussion.
Me forgot say me from somewhere where me can't even trace my genealogy back to there. Me have no, absolutely no clue.
Right. And to that point, Auntie Jen, as I've said to you before, prior to slavery, right? Prior to when they started sending us here, they weren't countries. Africa was not, it wasn't countries. It was all tribes. They were all tribes.
So what the point, Fergie? I don't understand. What the point?
Meaning there weren't
My
like a
skin color
specific
doesn't
country.
mean
Like
my
everyone keeps saying,
hold on.
oh, we're Ghana.
We need
We're
to
not
clear.
all Ghana.
We need to clear
Right.
this up. Our skin color doesn't determine that we come from Africa, because there was a
Right.
dispersion and people go all different direction.
But Anjen, you know the next thing too?
Yeah.
Remember, a lot of these slave girls on those plantations, they were raped off by the slave master, get pregnant, and in that way you have a mixture. Because remember, the slave masters, them know, they were of eye color, the Scottish, the
Yeah.
British, you name it coming down.
Yeah.
So when anytime the dark complexion slave girls them get that grape off from the slave masters and they would get pregnant, then you would have a mix.
Yeah.
Don't know if you're following what I'm saying.
Me get the
It would be
problem.
a mix.
And another thing,
It would be a mix.
in my genealogy too, my mother, my grandfather by my maternal, you see, his dad came from Cuba. So my mother, grandfather is a Cuban. I kind of colors type of person.
It mix up, Angel.
So me mix up.
Really
So
mix up.
I can't really define one place to say that's where I am from. Me mix up, and that's why I come here and tell you, so me mix up. And the most I can say, because I study the Bible, I know that the dispersion, they go different direction. And even some generation go different direction too, which I say I'm the black one. So everybody now settled on the continent of Africa.
I definitely support Peter touching this one.
Yeah.
Anywhere you come from, so long as you is a black man, you're
I
African.
not support it.
Simple.
Because I study deeper than what you study. So the thing about it now, knowledge is something that will take you to a different level. If me continue to follow what we were taught in school, then we realize that, all right, you know what they tell you in a school,
And
sir?
I agree with you.
You remember
I agree with you on that.
you remember in a social study class, or they tell you, say, oh, the rains are in the clouds. We grew up and I say, oh, the rain in the cloud. Until me start flying a plane, me realize that no rain in a cloud. Because if rain in the cloud, it means to say the rain would be water. And when the plane fly through the cloud, and if rain fall there, you see wet. The plane never wet, so no water in the cloud. I mean, you don't teach that now anymore, anything though.
So where the water come from, Angel?
The water come from above the cloud, and God mystery fall rain.
Oh, all right. I hear you. Me now go contest you upon that, my
Well,
love.
I just, because me observe what they tell me what my experience is two different
Well,
things.
that the word is precipitation, where they teach us where when the water is on the ground, it evaporate and go up, called water cycle.
Water
then it creates
vapor.
like a gas. Water vapor, yes, water vapor tanks. And then it creates a gas up there. And then when the clouds, as what they are saying, cannot hold it no longer, it outbursts and cause raindrops. And that's how we get rain. That's the teaching that they give us.
But that's how they say, but not go so.
Auntie Jen, on the gang up on Mikey and run him away.
No, me not running away. Him just gone.
I don't know. I think it might have been me. I asked my question and he ran off.
Oh, he never answer you. He never answer you.
Yes. I see you're singing a Fergie. I could hear a question making
No, because I was listening. I'm listening, and I'm giving him a bly. I'm on YouTube. I'm giving him a bly. I'm like, all right. And then when he brought up the whole Mark Golding thing, oh, his grandparents or great-grand, I'm like, wait a second. That's most of us. Like, what are you talking about? Who the F cares? What is the point of this? Most of us are from slaves and slave masters. Yeah. Most of us.
Fergie, as you hear him say, we were on the point of discussing reparation and the fact that Onis never actually signed the document. when the Ghanaian president came. Remember that Ghana
Which is
now
fact,
take the
right? Which is a fact. He didn't
which
sign
is a
it.
fact. Remember now that Ghana now take the initiative in terms of sort of reiterating and actually resurgence of the reparation. Because the discussion was always there, but it is now framed in a very organized way, and Ghana is at the forefront in terms of it. Now, what Mikey said is that basically, first of all, him deny that Onus never actually, not that he didn't sign the thing. Him said no one said go. Jamaica were developing their own approach to reparation.
And where is that?
I was saying to him, but that seems to be like bulls. How now you can develop your own thing as a little country instead of joining with all the African countries and all the countries that suffer under slavery and so on. Because remember that the United Nations agreed recently that the worst thing happened to humanity was what slavery, you know.
Right.
So
and Jamaica signed on to that. Jamaica was a signatory. They signed it. They were like, we agree. But they didn't sign on to the reparations part.
Right. And in fact, we were actually discussing that there was a major discussion at the United Nations. And our foreign minister chose when the voting should be taking place, choose to get up and go to the bar.
I believe. Yeah, she left.
I can't remember what it was. I don't know if you can help me, Fergie.
They were having the discussions about the reparations part, and then she recused herself from that part of the discussions, right?
Thank you.
Yeah. They were having discussions about the reparations. I mean, the U.S. and all of them left. They were like,
thank you, Kimani. Let me read this for you. Kimani, you come up with the right thing. There have been movement outside of the slave trade of free black men. They were explorers, crusaders, voyagers. Additionally, FBA argument is that they are children of the soil.
Yep.
So we can't sit down and only talk about how Ungo Africa they were.
Yeah, no, Kimani is right.
Kimani right.
They want to denigrate what Africans have done.
And the Rasta them philosophy here, man. The Rasta man them build up that philosophy there. Jamaica and Rasta man build up that philosophy. But if you start, let me tell you, if you even read the Bible to you, you'll see it a different way too.
But Jenny, the entire world and all the race and nations come from Africa, come from black people. It's black people that the Caucasian come from.
No, I don't agree with you with that neither.
That is my
that's another philosophy. But when you read the Bible, let me say, when you read the Bible, God never make a black man. God make a man. God make a man a human. And out of that human come humanity. And that was God's intention. Not to make anybody feel that they're superior more than none. Because all of us, if you study the human anatomy, whether you're black, white, or pink, any kind of disease you have the same kind of treatment. So that means out of one thing. So the man that God created wasn't to be superior and saying skin color were black. Because the word Adam would have mean red man. And when you come back to Noah also, Noah was referred to as a red man. So this thing that we have in our head, we want to put ourselves supreme over the other nation them, is incorrect. It's incorrect. It was not God's intention for that. Oh, we're not the Bible class tonight. So.
I was about to say Anti-Jen, but
Noah wasn't a white man. Noah was more albino, you know.
The red man, that's why I say red man. And likewise Adam too. And likewise Adam. So out of them come the nations and different. That's a mystery of God.
But
so,
Anjen, maybe what Rupert is saying, that maybe he don't really consider himself higher than them. Maybe he wants to put it across where we are much stronger than. Our genes, everything is more stronger. And when you really check the facts,
yeah, but we can't say that. We can't say that way if we say God made black man first.
Black can resist more things more than the red color people them and the white people them, Anjen.
Anyway, right. Who was send me for add you, but you come at the end of the pro. You
What
forgot
again,
to.
Rupert?
No, I'm saying so true, Tamika. The other point Fergie raised before doing on Jen
And that's not
was
God's
the
intent,
fact.
you know. Let me tell you, I'm gonna leave here tonight with this. God's intention was for no human being to be superior of none. None of we are superior of none. It's God just
True.
fashion
I
us.
agree with that.
Yeah,
I
God
agree with that.
fashion us in a different color. Just like how the birds have different color, the trees have different color. It's the same thing in do with humanity. But none of us supersede none. None. So
Well,
I'm not joining that argument here tonight. That type of argument. I heard it long time and I hear that. But no. Anyway, I'm not going to closing remark because this is where we leave it for tonight. So let me hear Rupi closing remarks. What you want to say,
all right.
the closing remark must be based on
Let,
what you want to say the
let
future look like for Jamaica.
the future look like for Jamaica. I would certainly. The question is what I would want it to look like. That is the question.
Yeah.
Certainly, a country where all of us can feel a sense of, equity, a sense of where the problem we now have in the country in terms of the land issue, that we can have a government that recognize that this thing is from slavery and that we must try as much as possible to allow our citizenry to become an integral part of the land ownership in Jamaica. I think that I don't know if it was under PG or under Portia, but that whole period where one of those governments were able to distribute something like 68,000 lots and partial homes and so on. We have to continue that. That is what I would want to see. Secondly, it's the second time I come on your program, and Jenny.
Yeah.
I always find the discussion interesting and sometimes in depth.
Thank you.
It's the first time I disagree with you, but such is life. We have to disagree if you agree.
You know, other that, may you need for reason more upon it and do some research and you'll see where I'm coming from.
Definitely. And I am respectful of people's opinion, generally speaking.
Yeah.
But when people can talk crap like some of what Mikey was talking, I'll get a little bit. Because we are here to dialogue. And just like how I can learn from Fergie and from Tamika, Gloria is on the platform, but Gloria have spoken. And from yourself and Jenny.
Yeah.
So it is that maybe I can impart something. And that is the way we should be very civil in terms of how we have discussion and try to disagree to agree.
Yeah. True. All right, Fergie.
Not that much, Auntie Jan. I mean, I really wasn't going to come on tonight because you had a hot TikTok live going on. But I just get annoyed when people say certain things that it's trying to allude to a certain narrative.
Yeah.
And when Mikey said, "Oh, Mark Golding's generation, they own slaves." Okay, my generation owned slaves, and they were slaves as well. So what? We all are from that. We all under Caribbean.
Yeah, from that
all
era.
All of us.
All of us from that era.
It doesn't matter. So that was my thing. Be mindful of the point you're trying to make.
Yeah.
Because it came off as if you're attacking Mark Golding because of his skin color.
Yeah, I know another thing to Fergie with the slave business at all. A lot of black people will acknowledge this. Some of the same people that when come from Africa and turn slave, and because especially some of women they become mistress of the white man. They end up treat some of our same black people bad too, you know.
Bad, you got it. It happened on the Caribbean and it happened in America.
Huh?
Yeah.
Fuji and Antigen. Remember Tamika raised a point earlier on.
Yeah.
That the slave masters rape a lot of our sisters.
Yes. Yes.
Right?
I mean, I tell you, some of them become the
from that
mistress.
bring
And
the offspring.
some of them become
You
the
know.
mistress. And when they become the mistress, they treat their own black people bad too.
Yeah,
Exactly.
because they actually become the old slaves.
Yeah.
And that goes to my point, Rupi, that, you know, prior to slavery, prior to 1619, that's when it started in slavery, bringing the slaves over. There were never countries of what we know Africa to be today. Everyone, it was a tribe, right? So, like everyone says, oh, a lot of Jamaicans are Ghanaians. They have Ghana. I'm like, okay. I did my ancestry. 60% of me is African, but 40% of that African DNA of me is actually Nigerian. 20% is Ghanaian.
You really do for your
Right.
research further. But I forgot to do something for me. But my research,
Yeah,
I
do it. Do
I
it.
can't,
I
I
tell
can't come
everyone
up.
to do it.
I can't come up with
Fergie,
nothing.
I choose not to take you on this tribe thing because I don't think
Yeah, they were
I have
tribe.
sufficient information that there wasn't country. I know that the meeting in Germany actually cut up Africa.
Right.
And cut
Rupi.
it up
There
in
you go.
In 1880 something. But I
Right.
don't want to take you on now. I have to do some more research.
Do some more research. I
Yeah.
mean,
And we
the
can
country
come
that,
back.
that was prevalent in Africa is obviously Egypt. Everyone knows Egypt,
Yeah,
right?
Egypt was a more prominent one. Yeah, but
Was the more prominent, but below the sub-Saharan area, it was just tribes. We were all tribes. That is why when they cut up Africa, you have these countries have stripes because you have one dominant tribe sitting with another tribe, which they probably wouldn't sit with each other,
yeah. So we
and
were
they end up committing genocide.
so we were divided long before slavery.
Okay, Auntie Jan.
All right, Gloria, you're quiet all night. What going? You should go to fast asleep you know. You just come to keep me company, you know. I'm a regular that man. Tamika, you're final. Me tell us a Gloria fast asleep.
Yes, Anjan, you asked a question pertaining to the future. What future
Yeah.
we would want to see? The future I would want to see is equal rights and justice. Love and unity right across the board for every Jamaicans.
Yeah.
Not because I have 2 little more shilling than my brother. I should walk on him. I should feel that he's not supposed to be a human being. May I look upon him as if like he's an animal. The future that I really want, the whole of we have equal justice.
Yeah. But I love
Where
that.
we no feel like we are inferior. Or we don't make nobody just feel like we be little nobody at all. It's just love one more than one fist spread across the board, right across. Because at the end of the day, we are all dust, and that's where we are going back to. And we have to teach our younger generation where we are coming from. History is important. And when you know your history, you know where you want to be.
So
Because you
true.
don't want history to repeat itself on you going forward. So that is the future that I would want for Jamaica.
And I think that is acceptable. And I think all of us would agree that's where we would want to see the country be. But we are at a crossroad right now that we didn't know if we're going or we're coming, and the leader we don't know him Bedford in Bedford. So we have to just go and carve
And
our
it is
own.
really sad when you don't know when you are going or when you are coming.
Then the
But
Prime
this
Minister
is
know him going to come in. You know, see, hey, right now you see him going there. I best him put outside, you know.
He's worried. He is worried. You can't know anytime a person is worried, you hear it in their speech.
And they come and
They
chat
stutter,
foolishness like him come with their
they
talk
stutter
about.
and they talk a lot of foolishness.
He come with there and
What
say
they
him
are
not
saying, it
born.
make no sense.
He not born, but him was a little child. So you know, say a madness attack him.
Repeat that, Anjan.
He say,
He wasn't born then, but he was a little boy
Yeah.
when
He was
when
talking
it
about the
happened.
Cooper's pen land business. So him say
Oh,
him not know nothing about it because him never did ban and him was a little boy. So I don't know which one of them are the right thing.
oh.
Cause
Well, me know say you have to born before you can be a little
you have to
boy.
ban before you be a
Yeah.
little boy. And he said,
Angel,
yeah,
question.
yeah.
Why you have Gillette behind you oppose?
No,
What is the significance of
the
that?
significance of Gillette is because Gillette is trying. Make a plate before I go. Make you hear what was the significance.
Oh,
I,
because
I
she won't table that.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I think you wasn't on yet, so you wouldn't know why I put her there. She a get highlight tonight. She should have glad. Uh, so let me play this. So while you listen to this.
July, I tabled a private members bill, or I attempted to table a private members bill in the House of Representatives called the Crown Land Reform Act 2026. And it was, first of all, to achieve that commitment to reduce that 60 years to 25 years. But it also sought to create a new mechanism for disaster hit areas coming out of the experience of Hurricane Melissa, where so many people have been displaced because of the hurricane, but don't have strong tenure of the land that they were living on before. And this bill would enable disaster areas to be designated for special treatment to expedite titling and allowing people to get title to land in those communities. So the bill was doing two things, and then blocked me. From tabling the bill. First of all, there's a provision in the bill that says that the paperwork to achieve a title in one of those disaster areas, if so designated, would not attract taxes, stamp duty, and so on. That's an existing provision in the law in relation to other areas which can be designated already for that purpose. Then say it's a fiscal measure and a bill tabled by the opposition can't have that provision. So Mr. Cole, and they amend it and they send it back to them and they reject it again and say to set up an area where people can get land title more easily under the statute is going to involve fiscal expense and the opposition can't table such a bill. Nonsense. But that is what I'm facing and we are facing in the parliament. That legal advice never came from the Attorney General's chambers. That came from within parliament. And it's the speaker herself who wrote me and told me I can't proceed with the bill in that form. But we are deal with it because the bill has to be tabled. And we won't stop until we find a way of tabling that bill and honoring that.
Alright, so it was about Mark try to get a bill so that people will not have legal tenure on the land that they live in to get access and get titles. So twice he make an attempt and the speaker of the house right back to him and dismiss it so he can't go through. So that's why you see our picture up there, Rupi. Alright. This is where we leave the platform for tonight. Guys who are sending me invite now, I'm at the end of the program, man. I've been sitting here almost 3 hours. So I'm tired and I know me got my bed early, you know. So have yourself a great night and I enjoy your company and thank you all for being here. And if it's God will, we'll join back again and we'll have another discussion. Have yourself a great night. I'm your girl, Auntie Jen.
You
Bye.
guys too, yeah.
Bye.
Enjoy. All right,
Bye.
everybody.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Good night, everyone.
Bye. Yeah.
Yeah.
Over YouTube. Have yourself a great night. Bye, everybody. Love you. Love you. Thanks for the support and thanks for staying on. Catch you next time. Bye.